All right, we are on. We'll just wait a few minutes to see if anybody hops on. All right. Well, we probably should get started since we kind of told everybody we would get going at 7:30. All right. So to start, I would like to thank all of you for giving us a little bit of your time tonight to join us and learn about Plexus and our products and this business opportunity. My name is Darcy Groton. I live in Maine, where we're getting into some colder weather now and heading into fall. So before I get started in talking about all this stuff, we want to get into, I just want to say we are very excited to share our passion with you about why we love Plexus and why we think these products are the best products out there, and this is the best opportunity out there. Many of these women who are on tonight, we've met through this business, and we've all become a wonderful support system and closer friends. And we now get to go on trips together and get to work together, and it's just been an amazing journey. So before we also get started, I just need to read a quick disclaimer that says, the opportunity of a lifetime is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. At Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know that the results you're about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any diseases. So really quick, while I'm here front and center, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story with Plexus. So I found Plexus about a year ago from a woman who's going to be on here tonight, my friend Laura. I was desperately trying to find something to help my daughter with her gut health. She was having some issues with that, and I stalked Laura for about 4 months, just watching her post, very intrigued about the Plexus probiotic and how it had enzymes and seemed to be different from other probiotics, so I was definitely intrigued. But I just secretly stalked her page for about 4 months, finally reached out when I was so desperate for something to help. And through our conversation, I found out that Plexus had many other products that helped with energy. And at that point, I was an elementary Montessori teacher, exhausted at night, could not get out of bed after tucking my children in, did not have the energy to exercise, also had my own dairy sensitivities. My skin always kind of had a lot of rosacea and had a lot of breakouts. I definitely was not regular. And Laura explained to me that these products could help with all kinds of things like that. I also was a sugar addict. I ate sugar constantly. And now, of course, and even then, I knew sugar was horrible for my system. It just controlled me and I couldn't say no to it. And I had those blood sugar drops at the end of a school day and I needed sugar. I had that lightheaded dizziness. And I needed that pick me back up. So, I decided to join wholesale because I know I wanted to be on the products. I wanted my husband to try them and I wanted my daughter to try them, never really intending to sell or make a business out of this, but was amazed with the results, Week 1, I no longer craved sugar, which was unbelievable for me. I actually called my husband week 1 when there were donuts in the teacher's room and said, "You will not believe this," because he knows me very well. I just walked away from donuts and I honestly can say that is the last thing I want right now. And it just was wild. So that has added tremendous help to my body to get that sugar addiction out of my system, and my blood sugar crashes went away as well. And lo and behold, I'm sleeping way more soundly at night, all night. I'm not up lying awake at night, not able to fall back asleep. So tons and tons of health things have happened since starting Plexus, and my daughter's digestive issues have all cleared up, and it's just been an amazing journey. So you're about to hear a lot more other stories, and at the very end we'll be talking a little bit about the business opportunity, and stay around to the end where there will be a little talk of a prize and a code word. So the next person after me to share with you their story is my friend Adrienne.
Hi everyone, I'm Adrienne Trombley. I'm a social worker for the state of Maine and a silver ambassador with Plexus. I first heard about Plexus about a year ago when I was on a shopping trip with my best friend from college. She had shared with me how Plexus was helping her and her family, and at that time I was involved with another MLM company and I really wasn't interested in another MLM. I've always been a person who eats fairly healthy and is active, but I no longer had I no longer had the energy to get up and work out every morning like I used to, and I really longed to have that energy again. As I listened to her share with me about the products and how it changed her family's life, I trusted her and thought about my own family and how we could all benefit. With a 60-day money-back guarantee, I decided to give it a try. Within 3 days, I noticed I wasn't falling asleep at 8 o'clock. I had more energy, I was able to stay up and get things done at night, and I also noticed that I was sleeping so much better. I've always had no problem falling asleep at night, but I was always waking up in the middle of the night, many times tossing and turning, and that wasn't happening anymore. I was sleeping until my alarm went off the next morning. And I was waking up rested, and I was able to get up and start working out again, which I hadn't done in quite some time. I've also had these wonderful things called bumps, or as I like to call them, chicken skin, on the back of my arms. And when I was younger, I tried many different soaps, lotions, scrubs, even had prescriptions to try to get rid of them, and nothing worked. Last year, I even went gluten-free for a while, and during that time, I did notice that they disappeared. But once I reintroduced gluten into my diet, they came back. After just a few months on the triplex and still eating gluten, I noticed that my bumps were gone. Because of the differences that I was seeing for myself and my family, I started sharing with my friends and others about Plexus and these products. I'm now watching their health journeys, which is just so fulfilling to me. The friendships that I've made and others that I've rekindled are priceless. I never imagined I would be making money, and this is the first time in a long time that I'm dreaming about owning my own home again and paying off debt.
Oh, thank you, Adrienne. I love, love, love to hear your story. Adrienne and I have been friends since college, and I just have been amazed at your changes, and to hear that you are up every morning at 5:30 a.m., doing your working out. Like, I am amazed by you. So I've been psyched to watch your journey, and yeah, and it's been fun to get closer through the business too. What I love, love, love about the company was, unlike, Adrienne said she had been a part of another MLM, a network marketing company, that we aren't a party-based company. And so I didn't need to leave my children or my family and go out and do parties and ask my friends if they would host parties for me. I love that part of it. We don't have to stock any inventory, so I don't need to have a room filled with products. We have a warehouse and a customer service line, and they take care of all of that for us, a shipping unit. Seriously, we can work this into the nooks and crannies of our day. Sitting in my car, waiting for my kids after school, I can send messages or answer questions. I can get up early in the morning and do, a quick post and answer some questions. So it's really something that can fit into everybody's life, in any profession. We have teachers on our team, nurses, doctors, lawyers, everybody who can easily fit the business into their life. And, the business is about relationships and being with people you see every day and just sharing with them something that has worked for you. Kind of like, oh my gosh, I tried this great new, shampoo. Have you ever heard of this company? It's awesome. You should buy some. I mean, that's what we're doing. So I have loved that part of it, that it's, internet based, and I don't need to, have any storing or anything like that, any parties. So my next friend that's going to share her journey is Elizabeth.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Elizabeth Simmons. I'm a Plexus ambassador, silver ambassador. I live in Rockport, Maine. And I want to start by saying that Plexus found me, and I have been blessed ever since. I was eating fairly clean. I was exercising about 3 days a week, but I was drinking coffee all day long and not ever drinking enough water. I was irritable intermittently, especially every month like clockwork. And I'm sure many women out there can understand that. There were increasing moments where I found that it was hard to keep my train of thought and focus. Sometimes I just totally forget what I was doing. And if I couldn't focus long enough to come up with the answers, it seemed so simple. It bothered me. It was, I'm usually quite mindful, and the symptoms kind of notice and concern me. So I was looking for something to help with that, as well as other things in my life. What I'm about to share with you next is my truth and my testimony. So I started the products in January, and I started taking what we call the triplex. I've incorporated a couple other products since, but those 3 products I took in the beginning have helped me so that I can think clearly now all day long. I don't have any afternoon fogs and at any point during the day. It's brought me great happiness, and who doesn't want to think clearly? I'm also, like Darcy mentioned, I'm not craving sugar anymore. You know that thought in your head, like you have that craving, you have sugar, and you can't do anything except eat it to get over it. Well, not craving sugar is probably something I never experienced, and it was kind of a surprise, but I usually keep track of kind of what I have for sugar now, and if I do have a little bit, it's because I choose to, but I don't have that sugar craving that controls me now. And that's amazing. If you've never felt that, that's something to look forward to. My afternoon cravings for coffee are gone. This is huge. I work as a nurse in the hospital, and 12-hour shifts are pretty long. So coffee would get me through. I don't need that anymore. I'm actually grabbing water, and it's helping me to flush toxins out that my body is still getting rid of. A couple other things I've noticed is I've got less bloating in my abdomen, and I wasn't aware how bloated I was until I started taking the products. And then in the first few weeks, I lost like 1.5 inches off my waist. Now I'm down to at least 3.5 inches just at my waist, and I'm at a total of 12.5 inches from my chest down to my hips. So you lose a lot of inches when your body is cleansing and getting healthy and getting back in rhythm of where it needs to be. I've had some weight loss with the products. I've taken a total of 13 pounds off so far, and that feels great. By doing that, I'm kind of getting rid of some of that visceral fat, we call it, that's in your belly. You know those little love handles or that spare tire that we all joke about? Well, mine's wearing, and that's amazing, and it feels good. Is the best it has ever been. I had some chronic problems with that over the years, and I find that I am more regular than I've ever been. And yeah, that might be a little embarrassing to say, but I am. I make better choices with my diet. I exercise more than I had even before because I have energy, like Adrienne said. And the lifestyle choices that I make have improved because the products have helped push me over the edge and make those better choices. One of the last things I want to mention is I was struggling with my cholesterol levels for years, and the doctors had even talked about putting me on medications. And once I had started the products, there are particular ones that help with that and keeping your lipid levels healthy. And I found that after having the products in my system and getting some labs redrawn, I am at a level that is safe now, and I feel like I've added years to my life. And I've got 2 young girls, so I feel like they have their mom that's going to stick around longer, like 10 more years, maybe more, especially with as active as I am now. So I worry less. I find I'm more happy with my children. It's a huge shift in my level of patience and ability to stay calm. And it's a major win for our whole family. There's not much more I can say than that. It's actually quite a bit, but I'm very happy to share tonight. And I hope that anyone who's listening really takes to heart everything I've said, because this stuff really has helped me change my life. And when we say that, that's what we really mean. It can change your life. I'm going to give it back to you, Darcy.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I also love hearing your story. Elizabeth and I met when her children were in my classroom, actually, when I used to be a teacher. And we'd stayed in touch over the years. And actually, we had went on a field trip a few years ago, and she had been talking with me about the importance of supplementation. And as a nurse, I trusted her. But at that time, I hadn't really added any into my life. And so when I found Plexus, she was one of the first people I actually reached out to say, I know you know a ton about supplementation. Can you look these over? And I remember her being really impressed with the natural ingredients and how clean they were, and her saying, wow, these are legit, and I think I'm ready to try that. I'm ready to try them. So I appreciated her. And I just love hearing your story, Elizabeth, and the benefits you have gained from Plexus. I have heard from so many of my friends over this past year about how their worry has gone down, that they're not as worried, having those symptoms of worry. And, the sugar cravings is amazing. And yeah, just all the health benefits and adding longevity to our lives. So far, you've heard from me, who was a teacher. Adrian is a social worker, and Elizabeth is a nurse. And I so often hear my friends, when I'm sharing with them about this amazing opportunity, that, I'm not really into sales. I'm not really a salesman. I wouldn't be good at that. And I think I can say with confidence that none of us are salesmen either. And I don't think we would have ever guessed we would have been in a job that you consider, I guess, sales. It's more, I think, for us, sharing with passion and helping others also change their health goals and their lives, really. So I think, obviously, once you've tried the products and you see how amazing you feel and you see the health stuff happening in your own life, it just sharing comes naturally and it comes easy, and it's just something that you want because you want to help your friends and family. So that's a little bit about that. And next is my friend Laura, who's going to share some of her story.
Thanks, Darce. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be joining you guys tonight. I want to tell you a little bit about my story, and it begins a little bit differently because I originally looked into Plexus for the business opportunity only. My family and we were very active. We were very thoughtful about what went into our bodies. And I am also a massage therapist by trade. And so the healthy lifestyle was something that we had been living and passionate about for about 5 or 6 years before Plexus was introduced to me. So when I saw the Plexus opportunity, I thought, I don't need these products because I'm totally healthy, but maybe the business opportunity will be a win for me. Not only was I a massage therapist, but I was also a mom. I also teach childbirth education classes, and I work with birth certificates at my hospital. So I had pieced together a bunch of different business opportunities, and I thought this is just going to be another piece to the puzzle. What I did not realize was that my healthy was really not the best that it could be. Once I started taking these products, much like the other women that you've heard speak tonight, found my energy levels go up right away. I found my food and sugar cravings change immediately. I found my enthusiasm for exercise come back. And that was all within the first couple of weeks. A lot of people, when they start a new, are looking for huge changes right away, but it was these small changes that made such an impact in my life. I thought that I was just living life the way I was going to live it, and I didn't realize that with some key ingredients and some key supplements, already healthy regimen, that my health goals could skyrocket, and they totally did. So I have been taking these products since May of 2015. They were making huge improvements on my life. And in October of 2015, my family had the really unique and amazing opportunity to meet another family so that I could become a surrogate for them. They were unable to have children, and I wanted to be able to give them the gift of being parents. And so my husband and I decided that we would join them in this journey and that I would become a surrogate for them for the next. So the first time I met with them, and the first time I met with the fertility clinic to start our treatments to begin the surrogacy process, I brought my Plexus products with me because I knew how much they had changed my life thus far, and I was not ready to give that up for this journey. I brought the ingredients to them, and the parents, the fertility doctor, and later the midwife that we worked with through our pregnancy all looked at the ingredients and approved them right away. Nothing did I need to stop taking. I was encouraged to continue these products because they would help me through my pregnancy, and I wasn't required to take any additional supplementation other than what I was already doing with Plexus. And that spoke wonders to me. When you go through the IVF process like I did, even when you're pregnant, condition is sort of held on like a fragile level. And so when your care providers are agreeing that you can take these products that are plant-based, that are natural, and that they can see by looking at the ingredients are going to help you have a healthy pregnancy, for me, that just even more grew my belief in how amazing these products were. I did have an amazing pregnancy, by the way. We got pregnant right away. The embryo transfer took immediately. I was healthy. I had very limited bloating, and I was pregnant all summer long. I actually delivered 9 weeks ago, and he is healthy as can be. My recovery is more than I could have imagined. Immediately after having the baby, I felt great. I didn't feel sore. I didn't feel sluggish. I've been losing weight at a healthy rate, and I was even able to pump breast milk and pretty much supply him with what he needed for the first 5 weeks of his life. So these products not only changed my life and my family's life, my husband takes them, and he's had awesome results, but they've changed the life of an entire other family who I was able to be healthy enough to provide a home for their child for 9 months until they could take over. So Plexus is a game changer. You've heard it in many ways tonight. So that's a little bit about my story. I want to talk to you guys now a bit about the product. So we're a product-driven company. This is what we do. But I want to talk to you about some specific products tonight. We have a lot of products that we offer as a company that all deal with different aspects of health. I want to talk to you about the products that I took while I was pregnant, the products that I personally started with. And these products are referred to as the Triplex is our best-selling product, or I should say products, our best-selling combo. And they include, you can see that, the Bio Cleanse and ProBio 5. And I'm going to talk to you about each of these individually. But one thing to note about all our products, and I mentioned this earlier, is that they are natural and plant-based, which means they have no synthetic ingredients or artificial sweeteners. And I think that's a really unique and important quality. I love most about the Plexus products is that they have been created to address the root of our health problems. They are not a Band-Aid, and they are not a quick fix. The Triplex is a perfect example of this. That the health world these days are blood sugar regulation and gut health. Medical journals and specialists everywhere are starting to realize that when these two things, our blood sugar and our gut health, are out of whack, we are going to experience a myriad of symptoms in our body. So the first part of the Triplex that I want to talk to you about is Plexus Slim. So I'm sure you've seen all your friends posting their pictures of the pink drink and talking about how fabulous you feel. And the pink drink, the reason we feel so fabulous is because this pink drink addresses the first buzzword I mentioned, blood sugar regulation. So this is what Plexus Slim looks like. When you order Slim, you get 30 of these individually portioned packets, and with some water, stir it up, and drink it 30 minutes before a meal. And once you've done that, it will stabilize your blood sugar for the rest of the day. So most people choose to take their Plexus Slim 30 minutes before breakfast so they can have the benefits of stable blood sugar all day long. Plexus Slim was originally created for type 2 diabetics, And two of the ingredients in this product, chromium and alpha lipoic acid, both are crucial to stabilize blood sugar. So when your blood sugar is stabilized, you feel more energized, you have less brain fog, excuse me, and those crashes or those high and low dips where that sort of make you crave sugar or make you crave caffeine might simply disappear. Plexus Slim is an amazing product and was our flagship product, actually, what the company essentially began with. The next product I want to talk to you about in the triplex is ProBio 5. And I'm sure if you ask any of the women on this call, they will probably tell you, or anybody that you know that takes Plexus, that ProBio 5 is our favorite. Okay. Probiotics are huge. We all know we should be taking them. We know they're in lots of different forms. You see the yogurt commercials that talk about probiotics, but ProBio 5 is a probiotic that stands above the rest. And there are a couple of reasons why. ProBio 5 includes 5 positive so good gut strains that help heal your gut. It also includes enzymes that help break down the food that we eat so that we can properly digest it. And the thing that stands out the most to me about ProBio 5 is that it also includes an antifungal. And this antifungal is huge because we all have a buildup of yeast in our gut. And this yeast is constantly fed, you guys, by the sugar and the carbs that we put into our diet. Even myself, as a self-proclaimed clean eater, had those moments of carb and sugars entering my body. And so ProBio 5 not only adds good bacteria, breaks down your food, but it breaks down the shell that is holding that candida yeast, that yucky yeast that's in our belly together. And by breaking that down, we can have a much more successful bodily functioning process happening. So ProBio 5 is awesome. It is freeze dried, which is important because what that means is we don't have to keep it refrigerated, but it also doesn't activate until it hits our gut. So a lot of probiotics that are out there will activate heat. So they activate as soon as they hit your stomach, not when they hit your gut, which is where they're most needed. Okay. So ProBio 5, an amazing product. This alone can help you and your gut health, which is that other buzzword I was talking about, seriously improve. And the last part of the triplex that I'll talk about is the BioCleanse. BioCleanse is amazing too. And I think when paired with ProBio 5 are like, whoa. BioCleanse is a magnesium supplement. And in case you don't know much about magnesium, almost 90% of humans are deficient in magnesium, and magnesium is responsible for tons of bodily actions. So because we're deficient in magnesium, our bodies can't perform as well as they could. Magnesium, one of the main things that it regulates, or one of the things that it regulates, I guess I should say, is is flushing out our gut, or, basically, good elimination. Poop. We talk about poop all the time as Plexus ambassadors, and it's important, and magnesium helps with that. If you are not eliminating daily, if you are not eliminating regularly, BioCleanse is important for that. Now, don't get scared by the word cleanse, okay? And a cleanse and elimination together should not scare you, because this is a gentle cleanse, okay? This is something that should be and can be taken long term to help gently flush out all the toxins that we put into our body. The other thing I love about BioCleanse is that it is an oxygenating product. So it oxygenates our body. And when we have good oxygen in our body, disease cannot live within us. So we're helping our body, we're helping our internal GI tract again. And BioCleanse is a product that we take throughout the day, mostly mid-morning and mid-afternoon, while ProBio 5 is one that we take before we go to bed. So you put these three things together, and those two buzzwords that I talked about, blood sugar regulation and gut health, are regulated. And when those root issues are regulated, the rest of your body will follow suit. So we love them. We all take them. There are other products that we take, but when I say these are our favorites, I really mean all four of us would say, yay, these are our favorites. So Darcy, I'll turn it back over to you, but thanks for letting me talk about my passion to these products.
Yes, thank you, Laura, so much. Laura was actually the one that I secretly stalked for 4 months, and I just am so grateful that you were sharing, because it has completely changed my health and as well my financial freedom. So I've been taking Plexus since October 2015, and in a year, I was able to leave my full-time teaching job, and I'm now home working as a stay-at-home mom because of Plexus. I've matched my teaching salary, which is unbelievable. And last summer was the first summer I didn't have to work a second job during the summer besides my teaching job, and was able just to be present with my children. So I'm blessed in both ways from Plexus. And I feel like as a teacher, I just got up and I went to school every day. I love being with children, but teaching is exhausting, and it takes a lot of time away from my personal family. And you pour your heart and soul into your teaching job. Many professions, you pour your heart and soul into them. And I feel like with Plexus, I have more time to tune into my family, and I can be more present with them, and I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. I'm dreaming. In 2 more promotions, I get my Plexus Lexus, which is kind of funny, but we do get a Lexus when we reach a certain rank in the company, and that's amazing to me. I'm just feeling very blessed. So I wake up now. I'm very passionate. I'm excited to go to work. I'm excited to see all these women and check in with them and hear stories and testimonials about people they're helping. I mean, we share testimonies all day long about, I've gotten this friend started and this is what they're experiencing. And so, it's a very fulfilling job. So the company in general, Plexus, let me tell you a little bit about them. They're based in Arizona. That's where our factory is, and our kind of like, we actually just built a beautiful building out there. It's completely paid off. The company is debt-free. We are backed by Morgan Stanley. The products are all produced here in the United States. And the company is really at ground floor level. It is just getting started. In the past 3 years, we have grown 16,000%. And I think that truly, is because our products are helping others, and people are seeing that they are top of the line natural supplements that are not a Band-Aid, like Laura said. They are getting to the root issues, and so people are feeling better. They're not going on them and then stopping in a couple of months because it didn't do what it said it was going to do. People are feeling better. We've been on the Inc. 500 list for the past 2 years in a row, and we're starting clinical studies to help get the products in everyone's hand. We pride ourselves in these natural ingredients that Laura said are not synthetic. They don't have artificial ingredients in them. And we work hand in hand with the FDA to make sure our products are safe for the market. So amazing company. That compensates us very well. Thanks for taking your time out of the evening to listen to why we're so passionate. I really hope you found it valuable and you took some sort of information away from it and are thinking about whether or not Plexus would be a good fit for your life. So I encourage you to reach back out to the ambassador who invited you, and any questions you might have, they can totally answer. And if you are watching this now, or you've watched it within 24 hours of today is November 15th, please give your ambassador that invited you the code word thankful for Plexus. And if you call them back with that code word, we are going to enter you in to a drawing for our newest product called Edge. It has 3 ingredients and is known to help for clearer focus, clearer thinking, natural energy. Again, 3 natural products in it. People are loving it and raving about it and able to accomplish lots on Edge. So again, thanks for tonight. And again, yeah, hope you learned a lot.